wrong channel, but this was the closest fan to me, so we're working with it.
I only have one fan, so.
But hey, this is applicable because I'm going to Vegas this weekend again, so that'll be fun. But anyway, hey, house guests. Oh, whatever. Don't give me that face. You're also going somewhere else probably this weekend.
Nothing set in stone.
Okay, well, anyway. So. Hi, house guests. Welcome to the Cup TV, part of the Currently Unnamed Podcast Network, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and sometimes the shade, usually the shade. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, say something gay. Gay, I am currently just drinking some good old-fashioned water because hydration is incredibly important.
Absolutely. And hello. And I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva. And I'm here to get the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. And I, too, am just drinking some regular old water. Hydration is important indeed. And I also have my cup mug right by my side, period. And you should get one. And you can get one at LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com along with all of our other cup merch. And we do ship domestically in the United States, Canada, Mexico. Oh, and we do ship internationally. So there are no excuses unless your country is on fire, your country is underwater, or your country has war in it right now. And if those are where you are, our thoughts and our prayers go out to you and yours. And we hope that everybody makes it out safely and okay and relatively back to normal soon. And as soon as you get back to normal and everything is great, celebrate by getting a cup mug or any of our cup merch. Period. Thank you.
Purr. Well, the intro might actually last longer than what we actually have to say about this week of Big Brother because, we're at that final five, and as per usual, things have gotten a little boring.
Predictable. I won't say boring, just predictable.
I'll say boring.
I won't say boring. I will say it's predictable. But before we jump into the boring or the predictability of it all,
but first make sure to subscribe if you've not already.
Absolutely.
Because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things competitive reality TV.
Definitely.
And check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access.
Yep.
Period. So, we have a Sunday episode to talk about too. That'll take a little bit of time. Cool. Well, no, not really. The last time we were here, there was a double eviction.
Yep.
Which ended in Angela being evicted, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to see a little bit of what we didn't get to see in the double, but honestly, none of it mattered.
None of it.
We just saw Chemo not at all fight Chelsea to put Mackenzie on the block. And that's about it. We saw Angela fighting for her life, but
to no avail.
Okay. Honestly, it might have no, because Angela is a better competitor than Chemo and Rubina. I was gonna say they might have maybe wanted to keep Angela over Rubina, but no, Angela's a better competitor. So, but yeah, they're all celebrating top 5. My favorite moment of this episode was Rubina twerking on the table.
Work.
And half the episode is them drawing out the HOH competition, honestly.
Right.
But I was so excited because it's Tiny HOH!
Yeah, Tiny HOH.
And BB Comics is the veto, and I'm very excited to talk about the veto later. But literally, as I keep saying, my 2 favorite comps this week, I'm so excited because I love Tiny Veto. Now I also now love Tiny HOH as well. And I love BB Comics. So I'm super thrilled. But yes, Tiny HOH, we are stacking blocks stacking 30 of them to get power chips and things and stuff and things. And the first one to stack all 30 of their blocks wins HOH. And this seemed like it took forever. I don't know how long it actually took, but it seemed like
forever. But
it
whatever.
seemed like all 4 of these people really sucked at this competition.
I ain't gonna dog them too much because I would so suck at this
Oh
competition.
no, I would want to play this comp, and I know I would do bad. Like, you know what I mean?
Suck.
You know how there's those there's those Big Brother comps that like you would love to play, but you would do bad.
Yeah, the wall. I'd love to do it, but I know I will come down first.
I don't know that I would do all that great at OTEV.
I would have just remembering everything and then getting back to the place.
I think getting the answer is the easy part for me.
Yep, it's the
right.
Climbing back up for me. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm sliding.
Right. Very, very that. And I think tiny comp, as I guess now we have to call it, the tiny comp.
Mm-hmm.
It would be fun to play, but I am very shaky, so it would not be. I actually think I would probably do better with the cans that they had a couple seasons ago than the blocks.
Yeah. I would probably do better with the cans than the blocks too, because it's like, okay, stack. Blocks, though, I would no. That frustrates me to all just frustrate myself.
Yeah. But after a while, it basically just comes down to MJ and she wins.
She kind of ate him up. Like
she did. And she is now officially the comp beast of the season.
Yep. And
honestly, I'm just happy it's not Tucker.
I mean, I don't care.
It's fine. He's gonna win America's Favorite. I don't want him to have multiple titles this season. So whatever. But yes, Mackenzie is the HOH. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, because she made the most obvious nominations possible, she nominated Rubina and Chemo.
Absolutely.
Shocker.
Absolutely. It's just it was nothing that happened that I was like, no, that's shocking. No, it's very predictable.
No.
Of course she's gonna put up Rubina and Chemo because she's not gonna put up Chelsea and Cam. That was her trio. Those are her people. So she puts up Rubina and Chemo. Nobody's surprised. And y'all, we go into veto because honestly,
okay.
It was some stuff in between that. Okay.
It was a fluff of an episode, and I just want to barely bring this up. But like, why are we shading Chemo eating like this? It felt rude. By all 4 of them, I'm gonna be honest. It felt kind of rude. Like, I get it, but it felt rude. And then they do send an official farewell to the Have Not Room.
Yes.
This might be my favorite Have Not Room send-off of all time, honestly.
Okay.
Have not room. Have not room. Okay, bye, bitch. Like, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. I loved it. Doing their candlelight vigil for the Have Not Room. Sure.
So wild.
Sure. But, we'll talk about feeds.
Yeah.
Barely. So if you don't want any live feed spoilers, thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Thursday to talk about the eviction. Bye. Okay, well, to nobody's surprise at all, y'all, MJ won. That's HOH. Because guess what? She also won veto. And we called it last week.
Because we said in TV comics, it's going to either be MJ or Cam. And apparently, we should never have said Cam's name. Because he did not the first, he did almost the worst, besides Chemo.
Because Chemo timed out. Did anyone time out? Yeah.
I don't know if he timed out, but I know he was last.
Yeah. And Rubina was 4th.
Rubina was 4th. Cam was 3rd. And Chelsea was 2nd. But Not even close in seconds because apparently MJ won this in 9 minutes.
Gag.
9 minutes.
Honestly, I know we keep saying that this is Chelsea's to lose. She might lose.
It's a way if people want to. Honestly, the only way for both MJ and Chelsea is they got to take each other out.
Yeah. They're not going to, though. That's the
They're
thing.
not. They're not. They
They
don't want
want
to
to
do
take
that.
each other.
But
Because,
it's all going to come down to who explains their game the best because MJ could say she won all these comps and got her here and blah blah blah. But then Chelsea could come right behind her and say, "But I ran your HOH. I did your work for you, and you
and
didn't even know it."
the wildest part too is they literally had a conversation yesterday where MJ was like, "Yeah, I'm not good at explaining my game. Like I'm not going to do well at that." And said that to Chelsea.
And Chelsea is a order. That's what she does. She speaks for. That's what she does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um.
If MJ is lying, because MJ could be lying, she could be like, "I'm just not good at it," knowing she can really do it. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I do still love that they are just completely blinded to the fact that there have been 2 women in the final 2 before.
Yeah.
And in fact, the last time we spoke about it, Lana, we did actually forget one. I forgot there are 5.
Hmm.
Because it's the most forgettable of them. We forgot Jordan and Natalie.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it has not happened in 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
The last one was Rachel and Portia on
Mm-hmm.
BB13.
Wow.
So, you know what? I would like to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Some combination of Chelsea, Mackenzie, and Rubina. I would like to see it
Mm-hmm.
at this point. Because we'll talk about it as well. For the first time this season, the veto was not used.
It's not used.
The first time this season.
It is to our top 5, and it took all the way to this point for it
11 weeks.
to use.
We are 11 for 12.
Yep. Wild.
But yes, Chemo and Rubina are on the block together. As of right now, Chemo's gone.
Yeah.
Chemo is done. Chemo knows Chemo is done. And at this point, for maximum chaos, I am rooting for Rubina to win either the Final 4 HOH or veto.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think she stands a shot in hell? No. Do I want her to win? Absolutely.
Crazier things have happened, so I wouldn't count anybody out at this point.
I'm not counting it out. We saw Paris do it on BB Can. Anything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
So, but at this point, honestly, what I would like to see in the final 3 is I would like it to be all of the women left in the game. I would like to see it be Chelsea, Mackenzie, and Rubina, personally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is just where I'm at. No disrespect to Cam, and if Cam makes the final 3, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at it. 2 black people in the final 3, not mad at it.
Mm-hmm.
But
who knows? Not that mad either way it goes at this point.
Yeah.
Whatever combination works out, not that mad at it.
Not that mad at it at all, because it would either be a very strong trio that worked through the entire jury segment together, or 3 fabulous women in the top 3.
Absolutely.
With 2 women of color. So,
absolutely. So,
would Rubina be the first Filipina to make the final?
I mean, I think Casey is partially Filipino.
You're right.
Now.
Yeah, she's half Filipino, I believe. Yeah.
So I don't think so.
Well, I'm glad Casey did it. And
right.
you know,
won, so.
And she won, period. Yeah, I just think with all of the men that we've had win Big Brother recently, I want a woman to win, period.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I would be less okay with Rubina, honestly. Rubina winning would be curious and confusing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I am fine with either Mackenzie or Chelsea winning.
Mm-hmm.
That is honestly my ideal final two scenario, just because I would like to see where the votes would fall.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like if Chelsea makes final three, and if she is talked about at the roundtable, I
Mm-hmm.
honestly feel like a lot of people are going to go into it feeling very negatively towards Chelsea, and I'm wondering if that is going to affect her chances of winning.
I mean, I don't know what. Well, I don't know why they would go into it negatively, but
I
I
think a
don't know.
lot of people are going to feel used by Chelsea.
Mm,
That's kind of where I'm at with it. Is like I feel like people are going to feel used by Chelsea. I'm not too sure. Like I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows what these people are thinking? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, but we will find out.
We'll cross that
So,
bridge when we get there, I guess.
yep. And we said about 15 minutes, and guess what, y'all? It's 17.
Mm-hmm.
So, sure. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. But thank you for joining for this good old recap situation. Let us know all your thoughts in the comments below. Who are you rooting for? All those wonderful, lovely things. Check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to cup mug. And with all that being said, we're going to get out of here. So, cheers.
Cheers.
From way, way, way outside the Big Brother house, we've been the Cup.
Love only yourself. No one else. Just
No one
yourself.
else. Good night, house guests.